What's going on, YouTube? This is wwJOSHdo, and this is a front-facing video camera of the Galaxy Note 4. So rumors were that was in 1440p, but from what I'm aware, it's only in 1080. But it still looks really good. I don't know how the camera is because I haven't really used it and watched the footage. I know I used the back camera in 4K on my second channel, and I posted a video of getting our car back because our car got hit by an old lady, and then we got it fixed. So yeah, all that was on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you don't know a lot of things that happen. So if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you already know I blew up Twitter today. So Nexus 6 is what most of this video is gonna be talking about. Nexus 6. Okay, so last night I went to bed at like 9. If I go to bed before 11 o'clock, it messes me up. So I usually play Destiny. If someone wants to play Xbox One, I hop on the Xbox One. If someone wants to play PS4, I hop on the PS4. I don't care what system it is, as long as I'm playing with somebody, and you know, if you're working as a team, things go through a lot smoother. Halo Master Chief Collection, Advanced Warfare, with the GTA Next Gen. Oh man, lots of good games coming out soon. But so I went to bed at like 9 because I knew I was gonna wake up early and check to see if the Nexus 6 pre-orders were up today, because it said October 29th. They did not say what time. They just said today, October 29th. So all day today, it's been a game of refreshing. So many people were like, after 12, it'll probably be there. So after 12 o'clock, refreshing. Dude, I refreshed I refreshed so many times, like my eyes were starting to go, I was starting to go crazy. Like I wanted this phone so bad. Nexus 6 is everything I love about the Note 4, the big screen, the Quad HD, everything I love about the Note 4, but AOSP Android. This phone, there's always 2 gigs of RAM being used, always. All of your apps closed, always. Watch Velocity Cars review this phone. In his video, the phone starts lagging out, and mine did that earlier today too. It just lags out, the screen goes black, you wait a while for stuff to start coming in and working again, and you clear everything out, and you reboot it, and it's like 2 gigs of your RAM being used. The least I've seen is like 1.89 being used. Even in my unboxing, when we very first got it, it was like 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, immediately being used the moment you reboot your phone without any apps installed. And with apps installed, it just gets even worse. So the Nexus isn't like that. The Nexus doesn't have TouchWiz hogging up 75% of the RAM and giving you 500 megabytes of RAM to play with every time you reboot your phone. So the Nexus 6 is like my dream phone, literally. I said last year, my tweets from last year, when the Nexus 5 came out, I said I love this Nexus 5 so much. The Nexus 7, I used that over my Note 3 because there was no lag on the Nexus 7. It was beautiful, no lag at all. And so when the Nexus 5 came out, everything I loved about a Nexus 7 was now in a phone that I carried in my pocket, and I loved that phone. I said on Twitter last year when the Nexus 5 came out, I said if they made a Note 3 Google Play Edition, I would be in heaven. I would spend $800 on a phone, on a Nexus phone with a really good camera, a really good processor, really good everything. I would spend $800 on that phone. My Note right here, watch my unboxing. I spent $841 on it. My Nexus 6 was $775, I believe. My HTC One M8 Google Play Edition, which was my favorite phone, it kind of is still a really good phone. I really like it a lot. That was $776 last year. A lot of the phones I buy are really expensive. One second. A lot of the phones I buy are really expensive. So, anyways, I got off track there. Oh yeah, I said that if they made a Nexus device that was $800, I would totally buy it. And this is it. This Nexus 6 is it. $700 for the 64 gig. And why? Seriously, if you get this 32 gig for $649, after taxes and shipping, you're looking at over $700. Why not just spend the extra $50 and get the 64 gigs? You can't expand the storage. Even if you're someone that uses just cloud storage, it's still nice to have that extra storage to fall back on. Now, all of my devices are 32 gigs, and I've never went over that. So I can totally see a 32 gig being just fine. But and you're already spending that much money. Why not just spend the extra 50? Anyways, so on Twitter, I'm refreshing and refreshing and refreshing, and I'm going crazy. I got page monitor in Chrome monitoring it. I'm going incognito every few seconds. I'm going on Firefox. I'm going in private mode. Dude, I'm refreshing like a beast. And then on Twitter, I see that Tim, QB King from QB King, he tweeted that he got the 32 gig. And I'm over here only concentrating on the 64 gig Midnight Blue. That's the version I want. So I started to regret not getting the 32 gig because that was up for like 3 minutes. That lasted all but like 3 minutes, and they were done. Those orders were gone. And I wasn't even looking at the 32 gig. I was only looking at the 64. So I'm starting to regret my decision. And then, like, minutes after I tweeted, I said, Google better not be a dick and release this phone, like, the day after this one comes out or something, where you have no clue what time it's going to launch, and it's just this pure luck-based system of whether you get this phone or not. And so I'm like, honey, come here. Look at this. See, the 32 gig was sold out. But every time I click on 64 gig, it says it said add to cart. As I was showing her, the 64 gig the 32 gig sold out, 64 is coming soon. I clicked 64, it said add to cart. I promise you, as soon as I hit add to cart, I went to my cart, I chose my address, I chose my debit card, I chose, all that. I clicked buy. Less than 1 minute went by. Less than 1 minute went by. I mean, I knew I had just a short window to get this phone since the 32 gig was gone in less than 3 minutes. So I clicked buy, checkout, I was done. I had my order up on the screen and everything. I went back, refreshed, they were sold out. From the moment I showed my wife that the 32 was sold out and I clicked on the 64 and it said add to cart, less than a minute after it said add to cart, the orders were gone. Okay, they were gone. It was one of those things where everyone wanted me to tweet when it was out, but I knew I had just seconds. If I would have spent my time making a little screenshot and then tweeting, hey, it's available, let me go check out, it's gone. So I got my pre-order in. If you're following me on my Twitter and my Instagram, you've seen those screenshots. You've seen the proof. I ordered my Nexus 6. Nexus 6 video is coming very soon. I also pre-ordered my Nexus 9. 1 day shipping. Pre-order my Nexus player. 1 day shipping. Just got the Z3 today with 1 day shipping on Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. We got the Z3 for my wife. She loved the Z1S, and then we found out that the Z2 was coming out really, really soon. And so after like a couple days with the Z1S, we returned it. We went to the T-Mobile store and said, hey, we're gonna get the Z2. And then we found out the Z2 wasn't coming in the US. So then we're like, okay, we went and got the S5 instead of the Z2 because it wasn't coming to the US. So she really liked her Z1S. She really likes the camera. So she's going to be using the Z3. I'm going to do the unboxing and then I'm going to root it and then it's going to be all hers. But right now she's using the OnePlus One. That means I'll get to actually spend time with the OnePlus One, which I have not been able to do, and I will be able to give my honest opinions of the phone. I will be able to root the phone. I will be able to put ROMs on it. I'll be able to make more OnePlus One videos. I'm not a big fan of the OnePlus One. It's got the really good hardware. It's got tons of 64 gigs of storage, just like my Nexus 6 is going to have. It's got really good hardware and everything. The stock ROM, I'll get into all this in my OnePlus One videos. But I'm going to be doing more OnePlus One videos because tomorrow she's putting her SIM card in the Z3 and she's using that. But that's about it. That's all I want to say in this vlog. Nexus 6, 64 gig Midnight Blue unboxing coming as soon as I get the device. Nexus 9 unboxing as soon as I get the device. I got the 32 gig on that one. I always get the more storage because 16 gigs isn't enough for me. 32 is the sweet spot. Anything more than 32 is just like good, awesome. I got the Nexus player coming. Super excited about that. I use my Fire TV almost daily. I run XBMC and I have stick mount. Stick mount lets me use the USB flash drive from the USB hub that I hooked up to my USB port of my Fire TV, and I watch MKVs off of that. 1080p MKVs play perfectly, butter smooth with subtitles and everything. XBMC is awesome. So when this Nexus player comes out, I believe it's going to be even better than the Fire TV is. I think it's going to kill the Fire TV. But I don't know if it's going to end here. Oh, it keeps going after 10 minutes. Nice. We're on the front-facing camera, and I'm watching the timer there. We're using up 1.246 gigs. Not a big deal. I have 135 by 25 up. 135 by 25. So I get 135 down and 25 upload. I love it. It's awesome. That's about it. That's all I got to say. I'm excited about all the Nexus devices. We're getting all the Nexus devices. I love pure stock Android. I love it. It's butter smooth. I'm telling you, get a Nexus 7 2013. Get a Nexus 5. It's butter smooth. It's freaking awesome. No Samsung TouchWiz. It's going to replace it. CyanogenMod on the Note. It's a different story. Now you're talking about removable storage. You're talking about an SD card. You're talking, and there are two. There's actually some XDA thread, and there's also an app that lets you have S Pen-like features on CyanogenMod. And I've linked people to those in the past. I'll try to find those links, and I can put them in the description of this video. So even if you put CyanogenMod on your Note, you can still use Note-like features on your phone. So then you're talking about a removable battery, upgradable storage, a pin. You're talking about a lot of things that the Nexus 6 won't have because it doesn't have a removable battery. But I'm gonna end the video now. This is wwJOSHdo. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I am super freaking high on Android.